Hello friends, Rafiq Ahmed here. In this video, we'll be trying to solve problems based on one and onto function. So in previous video, we have already discussed how to define one and onto function. Now let us see how we will solve the problems based on that. Let's go. This is NCERT chapter 1, class 12. Let's see some problems. So it is in exercise 1.2. Here is the problem. Check the injectivity and surjectivity of the following functions. The function f is from natural number to natural number. It is given by f of x equal to x square. Again, second one also, f is a function from integers to integers, and it is given by f of x equal to x square. The third one, real numbers to real numbers, the function is same. So what you are actually observing here is, we are changing the domain and codomain of the function. Function rule is same, f of x equal to x square is same, but we are changing the domain and codomain. Let's see what is the effect if I change like this, what we can get it. So let us see. So let me take the first one. So f is a function from natural number to natural number. What is the rule? Fx is equal to x square. To understand it more clearly, I'll just draw this tree diagram. So it is from natural numbers to natural numbers. I will select the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what is the rule? Rule is, suppose x1 is equal to 1. What is f of x1? F of 1, it will become 1 square. Why? Because f of x is x square. So 1 square answer is 1. When x is 2, what will happen? F of 2 will be equal to 2 square, which is 4. So how the mapping is going on? 1 is mapping to 1. 2 maps to the square of 2, which is 4. 3 maps to the square of 9, 3, that is 9. And this continues, So I have taken this one. Now based on this function, let us check the injectivity or surjectivity of the function. So let us talk about, first of all, injectivity. Injectivity means what? We have to check whether the function is 1 or not. How do we define? See, that time when I was explaining the video, remember that I have told you one condition. So let me just get that condition here. So what we are taking from natural numbers to natural numbers. I'm taking two elements, let us say x1, x2. The image will turn into x1 square and this will become x2 square. This is the image of f of x1 and f of x2. So what is happening? Let us take x1, x2 belongs to n from the domain. This is very important. We are taking from domain. What is the rule here? F of x is equal to x square. So, and we are taking, let us take, so when x1 I have taken equal to x1, x2, two elements, what will happen? F of x1 will become what? It will become x1 square. What f of x2 will become? It will become x2 square. Now let us see, let f of x1 is equal to f of x2. Here I have started the condition which I explained previously. What we have to do? We have to assume the images are equal. So we assume that images are equal. So what happens? X1 square is equal to x2 square. Now don't cancel here please directly. Take to the left side. X1 square minus x2 square is equal to 0. So you can compare this with a square minus b square, which is a square minus b square, which is equal to a minus b into a plus b, the identity. So in place of x1 we have a, in place of x2 we have b. So what it is happening? So it will become x1 minus x2 into x1 plus x2 equal to 0. See, these x1 and x2 are what? They are natural numbers. Can you add any two natural numbers? Is there any answer where if you add any two natural numbers you will get 0? No, not possible. So therefore x1 and x2 cannot be 0. This implies x1 minus x2 should be 0. Why? Because when the product of two numbers are 0, one of them should result 0. So x1 minus x2 equal to 0. This implies x1 is equal to x2. So that means we have started with the condition that is images are equal, and we have concluded that the elements are equal. Therefore, what we can say, that is what the condition which I told you. Let us equate the images and try to prove the elements x1 and x2 are equal. Then this proves that f is 1, 1. F is 1, 1. Hence we have proved the injectivity. Now what about the onto function? That is surjective function. Surjectivity. See, for surjectivity actually there are two methods are there. One is to see whether the range is a subset of or range is equal to codomain. The other one, selecting an element. I'll try to do both of them. Let me start the first one. Let us say method 1. See, what is happening again, if I want to draw n to n, 1 maps to 1, 2 maps to 4, 3 maps to 9. There are so many elements which are left over in the second set. It is clear that it is not onto. But how do you prove it? That is important. So I will select, let y is equal to 5 belongs to codomain, belongs to n, which is codomain, which is from codomain. Then I should get at least, then there exists, if it is onto, then there exists at least 1x belongs to n such that fx is equal to 5, correct? That x will become equal to 5. Like, I'll explain to you. See here, if it is 5 is here, there should be one element which 1x which should map to 5. Which should map to 5. So I have taken f of x equal to 5. Then what is f of x equal to 5? X square is equal to 5. Then what will happen? X is equal to root 5. Or we can take plus or minus root 5. But do you think plus or minus root 5 is there in the natural numbers? No. So x is equal to plus root 5 minus root 5 does not belong to n. That means which element will map to 5 under this condition f of x equal to x square? The x is equal to root 5 or negative root 5 will map to the x 5. But do you think it is there? It is a natural number. Root of 5 is natural number? No. Therefore f is not onto. So here surjectivity fails. What is method 2? So that if I tell you both the methods, it will be easy for you to get that. So what is method 2? See, I'll just check again range of f, range, which again I have defined 1 maps to 1, 2 maps to 4, 3 maps to 9, like this, correct? So range is, what is range? 1, 4, 9 and so on. What is codomain? Codomain, which is the second set. The codomain is the natural numbers. Do you think they are same? Obviously no. So range is not equal to codomain. Therefore, F is not onto. Okay, good. Now we learned this is in the when the domain and range or codomain was natural number to natural number. Now let us talk about the same function if I change from natural number to integers. So see, now when you have f is a function, now second one from z to z, and f of x is defined to be x square. So you see here in the function you have 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, and so on here and so on here. And here let me just take up z to z and f 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, -1, -2. So what will happen? Let us quickly understand. 0 maps to 0, 1 maps to the square of 1, 2 maps to 4, like that, 3 maps to 9. What about -1? -1 also maps to 1. What about -2? -2 square is what? 4. So it is mapping to 4. So what is happening? It is clear that it is not 1, 1. Because see, you can check 4. 4 is having how many images? Pre-images? 2. So in order to prove that something is not satisfied, it is enough to prove one example. So I'll select for first one, injectivity. What I'll do is I'll select 2, -2 belongs to z. Simple. From where we are taking now, we can tell. We are taking from domain. Now, what is f of 2? It is 2 square, which is equal to 4. What is f of -2? It is -2 square, which is equal to 4. So what you can clearly see that 2 is 4, -2 is 4. So what I'll write? The condition f of -2 is same as f of 2, but -2 is not equal to 2. So what do you conclude? F is not 1, 1. Or injectivity fails. Now what about onto? So for onto, let us go for the range. For this problem, let us go for the range method. So again, the range of for checking surjectivity, again I know what is the range. Range is 1, 4, 9 only. In this one also. Then what is codomain here? Codomain is integers. So range is not equal to codomain. Therefore, f is not onto. Okay, this is in the case of integers. So see, friends, try to see the difference when we are changing the domain, how it is affecting. Now let us take the next one. The third case, little bit interesting. So let us say, if I have changed now from real numbers to real numbers, I have changed from real numbers to real numbers. Now f of x is equal to x square. See now, there are so many numbers are there. Real numbers means 0, 1, 2, 3, even 3.5, whatever it is. Here also -1, -1.5, -2, all the numbers are real numbers. What will happen to the square of them? 0 square will be 0, 1 square will be 1, -1 is 1. So let us check again the two things. Quickly let us try to see injectivity. So here also I'll select the same example for injectivity, that is I'll take 2, -2 belongs to R from domain, that is from here, from domain. Then what is f of 2? Again I can do 2 square which is equal to 4, f of -2 which is equal to -2 square which is 4. I can prove the same proof which what we have taken, that is I'll equate f of -2 is equal to f of 2, but what is happening? -2 is not equal to 2. Therefore, f is not 1, 1. F is not 1, 1 in this case. Now, what is the onto function? For surjectivity, what we will do? Let us try to see. Now, for surjectivity, that is onto, again I will select, let us say I will select -1 from codomain. Is there any element which are mapping to -1? Do you think square of any real number will become -1? No. Let us see now how to prove. I have taken -1 belongs to R from codomain. Then there should be at least x belongs to R from the domain such that f of x is equal to -1. Like suppose if we are proving, if we are saying it is onto, then if I say it is onto, then -1, like I have taken, let us say R to R, I have taken 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, okay, -1. If I say -1, it is onto, then there should be at least one element in x which should go and map to -1. So let us say f of x equal to -1. So what is f of x? X square is equal to -1. When x square is equal to 1 minus 1, square root of -1, which is an imaginary number, you know. And in the 11th chapter you have learned this is I. Root of -1 is I. So this does not belong to R. Therefore f is not onto. See, after solving that, let me solve one of the very important problem, which actually most of the time in CBSE they have been asking this frequently. So this is our next question. Consider the function f from R plus. R plus means all positive real numbers to -5 to infinity, given by f of x equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. Show that f is invertible, and they have also provided you the formula for inverse function, that is f inverse is equal to root of y plus 6 minus 1 by 3. Now this problem, it is very important. Let us see what we have to do. So first of all, the function, let us try to observe, they have given f of x is equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. Also please try to listen that it is from all positive real numbers to -5 to infinity only. That is very, very important. So let's start. So now, when f is invertible, first of all, when f is invertible, in the last video that I have explained you that f is invertible if f is 1, 1 and on. So we have to show that it is bijective function, that is 1, 1 and onto. So let's start. We'll check regarding the 1, 1 of the whether the function is 1, 1 or not. So for that, as just now we have done, what we have to take, let us take x1, x2, and the images will be f of x1, f of x2. This is from r plus to minus 5 to infinity. So what I'll take, let x1, x2 belongs to r plus. All positive real numbers. Then what is f of x1? F of x1 will be 9x1 square plus 6x1 minus 5. What will be f of x2? It will be 9x2 square plus 6x2 minus 5. Correct? Because f of x is 9x square of this one. So now what is the procedure for 1, 1? As I have already discussed, equate the images and we have to show the elements are also same. So now let us equate them. Let f of x is equal to f of x2. When I equate this function, images, I'll get 9x1 square, 6x1 minus 5 equal to 9x2 square, 6x2 minus 5. These two are equal. Now let us see how do we start to solve this. See, minus 5 plus 5 we can cancel. And then you can take 9x1 square plus 6x1. I can bring this to the left side. 9x2 square minus 6x2 equal to 0. Now see this. 9 if I take common, x1 square minus x2 square plus 6 if I take common from the second one, which I'll mark with the red. If I take common, what I'll get? 6x1 minus x2 equal to 0. Again, I can make x1 minus x2, x1 plus x2 plus 6x1 minus x2 equal to 0. Now what you can take common from these two terms? I can take common x1 minus x2, I can take common even 9 something 3 also. So I'm just taking x1 minus x2 common. So what is left out? It is 9 times x1 plus x2 plus 6. This is equal to 0. Now once again the same argument that x1, x2 are coming from where? From positive real numbers. So 9 times of this is also a positive. Again you add to 6 or 6 to that. So this entire thing will be positive only. So what will happen? This cannot become 0. 9x1 plus x2 plus 6 cannot be 0. So therefore x1 minus x2 should be 0. Therefore x1 is equal to x2. So this is what we proved, it is 1, 1. Now let us talk about the second thing, onto. Now to prove f is onto, what we need to do? We need to take element y from the codomain and we need to check which are the elements x which are mapping with the y. This y I'll consider from minus 5 to infinity and this is from r plus. So I'll take like this. Let y belongs to minus 5 to infinity. That is from the codomain. Then there should be at least one x in the domain in such a way that f of x should become equal to y. Then what is f of x? 9x squared plus 6x minus 5 equal to y. Now let us try to solve this for x. So 9x squared plus 6x minus 5 minus y equal to 0. This you have remembered a quadratic equation. If I compare this with ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, you see a is 9 for me, b is 6 for me and c is this entire thing. So what is the solution for a quadratic equation? We know that the solution for quadratic equation is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So let us apply the same thing. X is equal to minus 6 plus or minus b square, that is 6 square, plus minus 4a. A is what here? 9. C is what here? Minus 5 minus 1 by 2 into 9. So what we are getting? X is equal to minus 6 plus or minus, let us solve this, 36. If you take minus common here, plus 4 times this, 36 into 5 plus y divided by 2 into 9. Now x is equal to minus 6 plus or minus, you take 36 common here, I will be getting 1 plus 5 plus y by 2 into 9. So if you take this one, x is equal to minus 6 plus or minus 6 into root of 6 plus y by 2 into 9. By 2 into 9. Further, you see 36 from these two we have taken common. Here it is left 1. Here it is left out 5 plus y. As these are two different terms. This one and this one. Now further I want to simplify. X is equal to, if I take 6 common, minus 1 plus or minus root of y plus 6 I can write divided by 2 into 9. So cancel this, 2 times 1, 2 times 3, 3 times 1, 3 times 9. So finally we got x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus root of y plus 6 by 3. Again, if you split this, which is same as root of y plus 6, okay, let us write that. I'll split that. It is equal to minus 1 plus root y plus 6 by 3, or minus 1 minus root y plus 6 by 3. See, this is minus and this is also minus. This cannot belongs to r plus, because r plus we have all positive numbers. So numerator it is minus, this is also minus, divided by 3, the total answer will be a negative number. So therefore this cannot belong to our r plus. Therefore x should be equal to what? Minus 1 plus root of y plus 6 by 3, or you can write x is equal to root of y plus 6 minus 1 by 3. So what you are understanding? This is giving you the rule that for every y in the codomain, that is minus 5 comma infinity, we have x with the formula x is equal to root of y plus 6 minus 1 by y plus 6 minus 1 by 3. That is, this is the element which maps to y. So, and this is the thing. So therefore f is on 2. F is on 2. Now, how do you define the inverse function? See, f of x is equal to y. F is on 2 means f is 1, 1 and on 2. That means f is bijective. So a bijective function will have inverse. How do you find the inverse? So f of x is equal to y, correct? So therefore f inverse of y is equal to x. If I shift f over there, f inverse of y is equal to x. So what is x answer? Just now we got root of y plus 6 minus 1 by 3. This is equal to f inverse of y. So therefore f inverse of y is equal to root of y plus 6 minus 1 by 3. That is the rule from codomain to domain. Hence we have done.